Hey there, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb in the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. Couple of things before we get started. The Stockholm regionals are now recording, or at least playing when I start my recording. It was really hot, didn't have any time to really do anything during the day, so I had to wait for everything to cool off. Also, Subspace has given me permission to go ahead and post the EVs in yesterday's video, and they are also very happy of how all the matches turned out. Yeah, I had to go dark as soon as whatever. Anyways, they're super happy that the matches how they went, and while I believe that they would have won them all, they are humble enough to tell me that they won the matches that I've won, and they would have lost the matches that I would have lost. Since they're the original builder, I believe that they would 100% do it. But I did get confirmation that a lot of the EV spreads are what they brought up to me the first time. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that the team worked out. And now we get to go back to my team and struggle with that. God dang, I can't even say that with a straight face. Going from that team back to my team is so weird. Anyways, guys, let's get back into grinding with Groudon and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I just realized that I wasn't recording. All right, so this particular team has Water Ogerpon, Farigiraf, Mienshao, Amoonguss, Torkoal, and Ice Rider. So I brought in Screamtail, Ogerpon, Fire. So they bring in those two, which is totally fine. I brought in a Screamtail, Ogerpon, Fire, and then as you can see, we have Fluttermane and Groudon. Because I don't know what they're gonna bring out first, but I'm gonna go ahead and imprison here, and I'm immediately gonna go put all of my pressure onto Amoonguss. Rage Powder goes first, which is totally fine. You just want to stop, whatever I'm going to do, but I'm going to imprison, so now you can't do it. Trick Room gets turned off. Protect gets turned off. Dazzling Gleam gets turned off. All of those things get turned off. And you now don't get to hardly do anything. You could still use other moves with Farigiraf, but you wasted a turn, almost. Can't read that. It is Ogerpon. Let's go. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and protect, and I kind of want to. It's a standoff between my Ogerpon and their Ogerpon. I think I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna protect my. Screamtail. Wow, I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm already blanking. I haven't, the first match. I'm already blanking on things. Okay, so they're gonna tear out Ogerpon body aspect, so now it doesn't really gain anything, but now I'm like, Wood Hammer is gonna be the thing that I have to do next turn. But my Ogerpon should be able to live this turn? Question mark? Faster than mine, so it's got to be Jolly. And it does not live. Okay. Bring out Fluttermane now. And let's see. Let's go ahead and hit the Dazzling Gleam. Terra Fairy right into that slot there. Helping Hand is what really made it do that much damage. You know what? I could have probably swapped over to Groudon just to give Fluttermane a little bit more of an oomph to their attacks, because now I can use now that I use that, they get a +1 for their special defenses, but here comes the Helping Hand. I think I get that. I should probably block that too. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna go right into that slot now. And it is not a one-hit KO, but it gets really close. Dazzling Gleam comes in next set. Oh, nope, that's not even Horn Leech. Right to the Fluttermane. I get all of that HP. We're gonna go ahead and You know what? I kind of want to swap to Groudon. Groudon would be like really, really good, but if they activate, you know what? I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think they're like settled in on me not being able to like do anything. Am I locked into Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast? I think it's Moonblast. I'll back Screamtail, so the Trick Room, like the Imprison's now off. I'm gonna bring out Groudon. Turn on the weather, which is gonna lower the damage that move Ivy Cudgel can do now. I'm also gonna boost Spiky. Oh no, they activated Trick Room. They got me. They got me. They for sure got me. Here it comes. Oh no. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, they for sure got me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thing is, Ogerpon now outspeeds me, so it's like I almost did this for nothing. I should have done that last turn. That would have. No, I can't think that. I can't think that that's what would have done it, because obviously I could say all day long that's exactly what I've done, but I don't think that would have done it. Instead, we'll go ahead and imprison. That way we do not lose out on the Trick Room. They're gonna Helping Hand again. I'm gonna do imprison. So now Trick Room cannot be activated. Horn Leech on the Groudon. I barely live. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. It goes up to like full health. Full health. And I'm gonna miss. Dope. I don't know who it missed. Oh, it missed. It missed the Ogerpon, but it did hit the Farigiraf. But honestly, this game's over. There was no way for me to stop it. Like the first attack onto Amoonguss was the right one because I didn't want to have to do a Spore, but obviously they Rage Powdered. So what can I have done differently on this one? Wood Hammer would have been it, but they outsped me, so it doesn't really matter what I would have done. And they got the boost, so they're just a faster Ogerpon. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we should have let Trick Room be activated. That would have been funny. Dazzling Gleam? Yeah, it's not. That does nothing. And now Ogerpon can just sit here and just Horn Leech everything, because it doesn't matter. Psychic over to Screamtail. Not very effective. Now, if Screamtail was like based on attack, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's not. So this is gonna be really, really bad for me. For sure. At Dazzling Gleam. We'll retreat after like they knock down Groudon, because like there's nothing I could do after that. Groudon's not fast whatsoever. He does outspeed basic Groudons, and he also underspeeds Kyogre so that I can get the weather off, but not gonna be able to handle Ogerpon, which is faster than mine, and I think mine is like 160 something. So I know that one for sure, but we're out of here. That's a loss, but it's good to know, because then we can keep that in mind for the next one. Okay, we have Shadow Rider, Snorlax, Urshifu, Indeedee, Fluttermane, and the man, the myth, the legend, the common, not really common, Rillaboom. Okay, so as we have Shadow Rider, we're gonna need to be able to outspeed, so Tornadus has to come in for sure. Depending on what other Pokemon that they bring in, it might be best to bring in like Groudon. Let's ask that question for a second. If I bring in Groudon, what am I doing? I could tear out, go right into Urshifu, but I don't do anything for, not Urshifu, but Rillaboom. But Urshifu is still a question. If that's Rapid Strike, Groudon's gonna go down. Let's go Ogerpon, and then we'll bring in Fluttermane and Groudon for the back. Yes, we're gonna go that style. And we're going this style because I don't think Chien-Pao is going to be able to be as effective as I would like it to be. If they bring in Fluttermane, then there's obviously a chance that I may or may not be able to take advantage of Qian Pao. Like I could Sucker Punch, but if they bring in Indity, I don't have any priority moves and I can shut it down with one Ice Spinner. I don't really know what's going to happen. Because of that, what I'm going to do instead is rely on stuff that I know that can work and that is interchangeable for the most part. Since I played the video yesterday, it kind of makes me think of building teams differently to where if I can make my own teams interchangeable, then I would rather do that. They open up with Indity and Calyrex. I open up with Ogerpon and Hornidus. Psychic Seed activates on Indity, so it gets a special defense boost. So let's go ahead and go with the Tailwind. And then I kind of want to go in with this Terrifier, and we're going to go right into Calyrex. Because if it's followed me, then they're going to follow me, right? I can't do anything about that. They're going to Terra. It is Calyrex because it's faster. Goes Ghost. So probably Specs. If it's Scarfed, I'm still safe. But I'm probably going to see like a follow me from the Indity. So I'm going to do as much pressure as I possibly can with what I've got. But I'm going to do this +1 damage boost with the Ogerpon, if at all possible. There's the follow me. Okay. Tailwind, so now I outspeed, and I'm going to hit this Indity for a lot of damage, but then I'm going to get hit incredibly hard by Astral Barrage, which is either... I don't know what item that they have for Shadow Calyrex. It could be the Focus Sash. It could be Specs. If it's Specs, I should be able to play around it, but if it's not, I'm going to be in trouble. Pokemon will live. Tornadus does not, which is obviously foreseeable. Grimnay, so he gets a +1 in special attack. Let's go ahead and bring out Fluttermane. Now, Fluttermane's an automatic one-hit KO to that Pokemon, but I do need to make sure that I hit it twice. They're also going to bring out Fluttermane. It's also going to get a speed boot or boost energy boost, and it's speed. I still outspeed it. Let's do Dazzling Gleam and Ivy Cudgel. I don't know what the speed is for that Fluttermane, but my guys are over 360. Ogerpon especially, I think because he's 162, I think he's like 324. So I outspeed regardless. Dazzling Gleam. It does a little bit of damage to the Fluttermane, but that's okay. I just need to knock out Battle Rider. This is the most damaging thing that I have to worry about. And because Fluttermane has booster energy, it can still do damage. Don't get me wrong, but I might be able to live depending on what it is. Shadow Ball, single target, goes right into my Fluttermane, which is totally fine. Oh, I live. That's even better. Special defense spell? Dope. Absolutely dope. Out comes Urshifu. It's Rapid Strike. Oh, they're donezo. They are donezo. Woodhammer on the Urshifu. That's Scarfed. Doesn't matter. Dazzling Gleam. Bop. Okay, never mind. Doesn't really matter. Fluttermane coming in clutch. And we just got our first win against Shadow Rider, I think. That might be our second win, but at least we know how to deal with it. In the event that it's Focus Sash, we do have to hit it twice. So we do have to do a spread move and a single target move, but that could have done like so many things differently. Like Fluttermane could have been knocked out by the by the Shadow Ball, right? I believe I do not get KO'd by that, but I could also be KO'd by that because the boost energy activated on that side, which means they're not giving themselves an attack boost. They went for speed instead. So yeah, that could have went differently, 2 different ways. I'm glad it turned out in my way, but it could have been bad. Okay, so we have, ooh, I forgot what that thing, Eternius, duh, Eternatus, Oranguru, Torkoal, or Fire Ogerpon, Indeedee, and Ursaluna. So this is a Trick Room-esque team that we will have to try to counter it. So with that being said, I think we go with Screamtail, Chien-Pao just so that we can kind of, you know, outspeed just a little bit. Bring in the Tornadus. You know what? No, we're not going to bring in the Tornadus. I outspeed everyone in there except for maybe Ogerpon. And that is a huge maybe. But I'm going to bring in Ogerpon and Fluttermane after that. That way I can still do damage to Urshifu. I can still do damage to Indeedee. I can still do damage to the Ogerpon, because I do outspeed it regardless. Fluttermane's speed will automatically outspeed Ogerpon's. Doesn't matter what nature that they put in, how many stats they put in. They cap at like 178 or it's like 178, I think. And I'm 180. So good luck with that. Cape Pressure activates, and we have Oranguru as well. So we're going to first activate in Prison, so Oranguru doesn't get to do anything. And I'm going to go right into the Eternatus. So bop is, yep, that's a 1-hit KO. Let's go. I think that was a shiny one too. That's dope. Those are shiny locked currently. I would love to get a shiny one from Sword and Shield, but since they don't come shiny, it's kind of hard. Used Instruct. Oh, hey, that's no fair. I tried that before and it instructed my opponent to attack me again. What is that? All right, so no Trick Room. So there's that. So we don't have to worry about that shiznaz. Torkoal, my man. Our Sunlight, let's go. We're just gonna get a big boost in speed. Let's go. I don't really know what to do actually. Yeah, I guess we're gonna hit Torkoal both times. Dazzling Gleam on Screamtail. Terra so that we avoid getting shut down by Eruption, but they can't activate Trick Room right now or even Protect. So they're kind of sitting ducks. Well, that did like nothing. Sacred Sword. That's good. It's absolutely good. They used Instruct, but it failed because they have to attack first. Here comes the Heat Wave. Chien-Pao automatically gets knocked out because, you know, that's how Chien-Pao works. But again, that's okay because he not only knocked out a crucial Pokemon like their legendary, but it also lowered down another one. So I'm okay with it for the most part. This is effective. It's neutral. Is fire usually neutral to itself? I don't really know. We're gonna try it anyway. But I'm gonna Protect on Screamtail. It's not very okay. At least I won't get burnt. So I won't be as super effective, but I kind of wish I had water or rock. Maybe rock would have been better. Cornerstone's actually been making a lot of rounds, actually. It came up a couple of times that I saw on the indie stream, and I haven't seen one in day 2 yet in the Stockholm regionals, but it was around in a couple of fights in day 1. I mean, that's pretty dope. If you ask me, Cornerstone's finally getting recognition that it deserves. Okay, so Oranguru swaps, and they bring out their 4th, which is going to be, ooh, their Ursaluna. Terra goes over to the Torkoal, because they can't Terra the Pokemon they just swap into. Terra Fire. What's gonna happen? I don't know, because I protected with Scream Tail. I take no damage, but here comes Ivy Cudgel right into Ursaluna's face. There's the Heat Wave. Hopefully it doesn't do like a ton of damage to, you know, Ogerpon, but we'll see. Oh, that was almost a one-hit KO. Hey, Zeus. Hey, Zeus. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the Dazzling Gleam, because it's not like they're going to be able to outspeed me like anytime. And I'll just hit Torkoal with the Ivy Cudgel, because why not? I have two moves that it doesn't really get really affected by it, but if I can lower down the damage just a little bit, I'm going to. See here, take one of these, sit down. It's not like he's going to use like Eruption. Now that Scream Tail's officially gone, they can start doing some mean stuff. Heat Wave, gonna take out the Torkoal. The problem is, though, it might be 1-on-3. Well, it's not really 1-on-3. It's one full health Pokemon versus 3 incredibly injured Pokemon, including the one in the back, which I don't really think I did a lot of damage to Ringaroo. But this is... They can't stop me. I outspeed all 3 of them. They will not be able to get Trick Room activated before I decide to knock out everybody, because the sun gives me a huge boost. Okay. Ursaluna retreats because, you know... Now, no, he didn't get damage, but that's okay. Torkoal protects. So Ringaroo is going to get hit for a lot. Dazzling Gleam comes out. I think they realized what happened. They're not going to be able to get set up with Trick Room. They're not going to be able to do anything with Torkoal. I mean, yeah, Torkoal had Protect, but he couldn't protect that entire time. And he just protected. So even if like the next turn, Torkoal goes down, unless they double protected and try to war out the sun. But I still outspeed regardless. So, yep. Okay, I don't know if that was a disconnect or a rage quit, but it looked really, really bad for them. As soon as I brought in Fluttermane, my Fluttermane was full health. I locked into Dazzling Gleam. They can't stop me, and Ursaluna literally cannot target me with Facade. So it has to do Earthquake, and I still outspeed it, regardless. Have fun. That was a good one. Yeah, we have Incineroar, Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Koraidon. Interesting. So in this particular matchup, we do have a couple of people that we do have to worry out for, but I think if we walk in with maybe Fluttermane and Groudon, we should have no issues. Because then we put immediate pressure on a lot of different Pokemon, and they can't fake out. And obviously, if they have a fake out person, I just protect and then just kind of sit and look pretty. But I could also bring in Ogerpon. But I think, you know what? We'll bring in our aces first. Tornadus, and then we'll bring in Ogerpon. We're gonna bring in this combo because then obviously our legendaries will generate the sun, which is gonna boost my Ogerpon, but we can also get a little bit of a boost from speed, so like with the Tornadus and stuff. Raging Bolt and Chi-Yu. That's dope. So bring up the sun, which is going to give obviously Fluttermane and Raging Bolt a boost. Something that they might have planned for. So in this case, would it be best to change into Ogerpon? You know what? Yes, because Thunderclap could come out here and maybe knock out my Ogerpon or my Fluttermane, and I don't want that. And Precipice Blades would go well within the slot. Like, yeah, he could Dark Pulse and maybe get the flinch. There's like Chi-Yu and stuff like that. So they're gonna Terra. Probably Raging Bolt. Yep. Turns it to water. Gotcha. Kind of a bad one because Ogerpon knows Woodhammer. Heat Wave comes out. That suspects Chi-Yu if I haven't seen one. Please hit Chi-Yu. It doesn't hit. Crap. Okay. Thunderbolt. Knocks down the Ogerpon. Okay, we're gonna do this. Bring out the Tornadus. We're gonna do Tailwind. And I'm gonna go Prep Blades again. I'm also gonna Terra Fire. So I'm gonna use my Terra. I still get a boost because of this, because I'm grass or ground type still. So instead of it being a 2 X stab, it's just gonna be a 1.5. But I do have Terra Blast in case if I have to do with anything else in the back. Heat Wave, you still outspeed me? Are you scarfed? But I have Tailwind. This is a loss, by the way. I just want to make that very, very clear. It's going to be amazing if for whatever reason I'm able to turn this around, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. This Thunderclap's going to come out here and it's going to hurt like a ton. But I'm going to Thunderclap. Not Thunderclap, but Dazzling Gleam. Here comes Thunderclap though. Bop. Oh, I don't get KO'd. Okay. She doesn't go down still. Neither did Raging Bolt, even though that he gets a minus boost. But still, like I said. I don't even know what the boost was when the sun came out, but that was a 4-0 sweep. Wow. I want to know what that Chi-Yu was. I thought it was Spect just because of how much damage it was doing, but if it was Scarf, I still believe I would have outsped. Even at 252. We're going to look at that real quick. Oh, just barely passes me. Okay, yeah, that's why he was able to outspeed. No problem. So Chi-Yu with the Timid set stops at 250 with the Choice Scarf. And Groudon with the Tailwind stops at 236. So that's why. Okay, so, oh no. Incineroar, Necrozma, Necrozma, Fluttermane, Tornadus, Rillaboom, and Iron Bundle. And this is the Solgaleo set. I do not know anything about it. I don't know what's going to be expected, but I'm going to do my best. We'll go ahead and bring in Tornadus and Groudon, Chien-Pao, and I kind of want to bring in Fluttermane, but I could be wrong here. As far as I know, they don't have anyone that's going to activate Quark Drive. I mean, Booster Energy could be on Iron Bundle. But what is Fluttermane going to do? I'm going to bring in all my physical attackers. We'll bring in Tornadus and then all my physical attackers. That way, if I need to like do a couple of Swords Dance, I have options too. And if I need to like try to outlive a couple of things, I can also do that as well. I guess what I'm trying to prepare for is maybe dealing with Incineroar and whatever Necrozma is going to do to me. That's weird. Let me just bring out Calyrex and shut a door on his face. Fluttermane and Incineroar. So we already know what we're going to be doing there, obviously. Frozen activates and it is special attack. And Intimidate activates, which is going to hurt Tornadus, but it's not going to do anything to Groudon. So we're going to activate... we're going to activate Tailwind, and I'm going to protect turn 1. I could swap to Flutter Mane to get rid of like the fake out thing, but I'm not going to do that. And if they wanted to over to Tornadus, I protected from the big attack here from Flutter Mane. I know that sucks that I'm not really doing anything to prevent like Tornadus being like taken down right now. But what else can I do? His Terra is dark, so it's not like he can... Oh, he lives. Let's go. So it's not like I can't just magically not do something. But I'm going to Bleak Wind Storm. And I'm going to Precipice Blades. Hopefully both of these work. Hopefully both of them work. And I have Tailwind, which means I outspeed. Bleak Wind Storm hits both. Does a little bit of damage. Third, maybe a fourth. I would go third. Press Blades, misses one, but hits another. Please let it hit the... Does hit the Incineroar. I don't care for Flutter Mane hitting me. I mean, I should. I'm not Assault Vested. But I am so glad for that. Ooh, that was a crit on the Groudon. That was a crit, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I knocked down Incineroar, which was probably worse off between the two options. I mean, both of them would probably, I would prefer have been knocked out, but that's okay. Okay, breaks the mold. Yeah, Quark Drive. So speed was heightened. Do I outspeed? I do not think so. If it was like Qian Pao, yes, but right now, no. But it's not like that guy could do a ton to me anyway. So let's go ahead and hit Ogerpon. And I'm going to protect on Groudon. Since a booster energy activated on Iron Bundle means he doesn't have Sash, and Flutter Mane's already injured, which means that doesn't have Sash either. As far as I'm aware, could have been differently, but as of right now, that's the thing. Icy Wind's going to lower down the speed on Ogerpon, but no one else. Okay. Out comes Necrozma, which should be their second Pokemon. You are affected by fire? Really? Let's give that a shot, shall we? And let's go for the double. Why not? Why not? Is it because like Sigalio's fire type that he's like, I'm weak against fire? But that doesn't make sense because then fire resists itself. I'm gonna give myself a boost because he did get a -1 speed and I can't really do anything to fix that. Obviously I could have protected, which is probably like the better option. They're also gonna Terra. It's probably gonna go to Necrozma, which means I'm still faster? Nuh-uh. Terra Fire, which is totally fine. Goes for the double and it fails. Let's go. Icy Wind. Knocks down the Groudon, which is unfortunate. It was not very effective against Ogerpon, but his speed drops another time. Which means Necrozma is now... It still doesn't outspeed? What is this, like a Trick Room user or what? Wow. That's still a lot of damage. Rock Slide. That's not fair. You don't know how to do those. Of course he does. Like, the only reason why I don't use Rock Slide myself on Groudon is because of the fact of Wide Guard. And I can't have two moves. Oh, I forgot Tailwind was active. That's funny. I forgot that was active. Let's go. Let's go ahead and Qian Pao. And let's go ahead and Sucker Punch the Necrozma. I think that's what's going to happen. Could protect. But in case if it's like a damaging move, I'm going to go for that slot. Probably worse because I'm probably going to have to hit the... Nope. Does work. And it goes in. Cosma falls. Now, what is Iron Bundle going to do? I'm life orbed. Freeze dry. Shouldn't do too much. Nope. Okay. It's like, and the sunlight faded. Let's go. Yeah, let's just hit it in the face. Hydro Pump. Pow avoids it. Let's go. Sacred Sword. Bop. That's a one hit. I think I could have done the same thing with the Sucker Punch too. But let's go. That's another win for us. Let's go. I didn't think that was going to turn out that way, but I'm glad that it did because that was the first time I ever saw it in Necrozma. Second time, actually. I didn't see the Lunala variant. I wish I did, but I think I got swept on that team too and never saw the legend. But yeah, that's dope though. I'm glad people are like checking out those mons too. Okay, Tornadus, Terapagos, Chi-Yu, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Amoonguss. Okay, so they do have Tornadus, which means I'm gonna have to outspeed their stuff. So I think I'm gonna come in with Tornadus and Ogerpon first, then bring in Fluttermane, and I think Chien-Pao might be the people I bring in after that. I think. So I don't know what Urshifu that is. Obviously they have Fluttermane. But I do not want to have Sun activated on their side of the field. So if I could try to prevent it, I will. But I do want to make sure that I am able to counter Amoonguss because that thing is annoying if I don't take care of it right away. I like how during the Portland Regional a few months ago, I gave some of the advice that you really shouldn't Terra the Ogerpons, and I'm kind of eating my words, if that makes sense. Beads of Ruin, and then we've got the Mold Breaker for Ogerpon because they have Chi-Yu and Tornadus in front. I do have to activate Tailwind, and I think I'm going to activate it's not very effective against it. We're going to activate Terra and go straight into Chi-Yu. We're going straight to Chi-Yu because of the fact that I need to be able to do a lot of damage to it before it does a lot of damage to me. I'm going to try to do Tailwind so that I can outspeed, but I think we're going to have just a giant speed tie, to be honest with you. Now, they could have a speed, like just a regular coin flip, but Tailwind activates first. What do you guys do? No pranksters. Okay. Chi-Yu lives because of Sash? Because that's a crit. Oh yeah, that's absolutely because of Sash. Okay. Heat Wave. Tornadus takes a lot of damage, but here comes the Bleak Wind Storm. That was directly carrying over to Ogerpon, which is probably why, oh, we'll just get the double so we don't have to worry about it. That's why you worry about it. That's why you worry about it. You have to take care of your outs. Okay. Fluttermane next. So now we'll just go ahead and Dazzling Gleam, and I'm going to Ivy Cudgel the Tornadus. We're going to wrap this up. These two should be able to do it, and then if Chien-Pao has to come out, it's going to be really, really damaging. But I have to take care of Chi-Yu first before Kate Rain Dance comes in. Gonna make... You didn't do Tailwind. Why didn't you do Tailwind? Do you think the half damage for the Ivy Cudgel is going to do anything? I still get +1 in my attack. If you live, I'm going to be very surprised. Yeah, I didn't think you were, but... Tailwind. I don't think you would have won the speed tie anyway, but I would have done that for your future turns. It's probably setting up for Urshifu though. Here comes Terapagos and Fluttermane. Terra Shift on the Terapagos. Boost your energy on the Fluttermane. Are you speed? You are, but it doesn't really matter. Does not matter. Because I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go ahead and Spiky Shield, so... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it doesn't really matter because the fact that one, you've only got 2 mons, I've got 3. Although one is severely damaged, you did not do Tailwind. My other Fluttermane is gonna wipe the floor with you, even if you go into that slot. You can knock down Fluttermane, but Ogerpon is still on the table, and the next turn, I'm gonna bring out Chi-Yu or Chien-Pao, and Chien-Pao is gonna have his heyday. Because there's nothing, you can't do anything. You didn't activate Tailwind. God, I sound salty, but it's like, I'm the one that won, so why would it? Jesus. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so we got Roaring Moon, Chi-Yu, Shadow Rider, Whirlaboom, Tornadus, and Clefairy. Oh, such a cute little baby. Okay, so what do we do here? We will have to outspeed. Clefairy also has Follow Me. So the question is, do I single target or do I mean, I have to. Okay, we'll bring in Tornadus, Ogerpon, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. We're gonna leave Screamtail and Groudon in the back. I don't think, okay, does that count like as a disconnect? I mean, obviously I didn't knock out a Pokemon, but does that count against, I won that? Okay, 28, 24, we're gonna make a DC thing so you guys get an 8th match. Jesus, let's go again, shall we? Okay, Koraidon, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Rillaboom, Incineroar, Raging Bolt. Okay, so last time I opened up with something like this, I got swamped by Chi-Yu and Raging Bolt. So I think this time I also opened up with Groudon, which was a terrible choice. Absolutely dreadful choice. Tornadus, Fluttermane. I mean, I'm having troubles. Absolutely having troubles. We'll enter. We'll do like the same rosters we did last time. So Tornadus, Ogerpon, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. We'll leave the Chien-Pao in the back. I don't want to bring out Groudon. Groudon would be really beneficial here, but I believe that having 2 Pokemon that is able to get in and out of Fake Out is probably a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to try. Okay, so we have Fluttermane and Incineroar. Molt Breaker activates. Minute goes off, which is not going to hurt too much on the Ogerpon, because we're going to, you know, just Terra out of it. I'm going to activate Tailwind, and I'm actually going to Spiky Shield first before I Terra, because they could have like swapped into something else. Tailwind. No Fake Out. Parting Shot goes over to Tornadus, which is so fine. It just swaps Pokemon, which is great. So Koraidon? Koraidon? Is that what we're gonna see? I think so. Nope, Raging Bolt. Okay. Trick Room, let's go. Twisted La Dimensions. Okay. So now I have Tailwind, which is gonna really hinder me. Let's go this way. Protect. And I'm going to go ahead and Ivy Cudgel into Fluttermane. Withdrew Fluttermane. Out comes Incineroar. Yep. Using the revolving door of Pokemon, obviously. So I need to get Ogerpon out of there now. +2 or the -2 is not great for any means of the imagination. And Raging Bolt's able to Calm Mind. Let's go. Not really. That's terrible. It's a terrible decision. It's a terrible choice. Ivy Cudgel. For it not being a very effective, oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's still a lot. That's still a lot. Let's Rain Dance. And no, no, I don't have to do that. I mean, Tornadus does have a -1. He does. He has -1. But let's Bleakwind Storm, and I'm gonna Follow Me. Fake Out's probably gonna come out here though. No Fake Out. Follow Me. So I don't. Does he have Fake Out? I don't know. Parting shot. Okay, so it's gonna swap into something else. So what is Raging Bolt doing? Oh, another Calm Mind. Flutter Mane. Yep. Not a bad set. Defense rose and special attack came in. Bleak Wind Storm hits both. It's not doing anything to that Pokemon. It's leftovers. Oh god. It'd be so freaking tanky. I think the only way that I could beat it is to literally get Chi and Pow out here. So that's gonna be tough. Protect. And you know what? I'm gonna swap Chi and Pow. I think you're gonna swap again. So I'm gonna give you a reason to regret that. Or I could. Quite literally, I could regret that right now. I am regretting that right now. Oh no. Protect. Thunderbolt goes over to protect the Tornadoes. Dazzling Gleam. Moonblast into Chi and Pow. Yep. Saw that one coming from a mile away. A whole mile. So Tailwind's gone. Trick Room is about to end. Break the mold. How long does Trick Room have? Has one more turn. Swap out Flutter Mane. Or swap out Tornadoes so that we can have Flutter Mane come in. Flutter Mane's going to take a hit for us, which is very unfortunate, but I can't do anything otherwise. So I'm going to be locked in with two Pokemon that are going to be really, really hard to combat, because my entire counter to Raging Bolt is now on the field and I'm sacrificing both. Ew. Because I need to be able to counter Trick Room now. Because Trick Room's going to end, which means I'm going to be able to move first. I can just only hope that... Okay, they protected. A terrible turn. Thunderbolt goes over to the Flutter Mane. It's not surviving that. That is a +2, I think. This is Dimensions Return and Roll. Yeah, I think that's a +2. It is. Oh, it's going to be really, really hard to beat. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to protect. I'm going to Ivy Cudgel. Like, nothing I have for Ogerpon is going to be able to do anything to Raging Bolt. So I'm just going to hit right into the Flutter Mane, and if it swaps, because it's going to, like it is now, whatever's coming in is going to get... Sorry, Incineroar, you're going to get really, really hurt. Very, very badly. Super badly, unless Raging Bolt there has Thunderclap and they called it for Ogerpon. They didn't. And pop. No, it is Thunderbolt instead. Nope, this is a loss. We tried, guys. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Nope. 4-0, and they've swapped. Nope, I can't. Nope. Thunderclap's gonna be able to do it. Like the Trick Room from Flutter Mane to get a +2 All Mind onto Raging Bolt was an impressive strategy. I don't know what other Pokemon they had. They could have Koraidon, but it wouldn't really matter because I didn't bring in Groudon. which was the worst option because I played literally into their hands at that point. So it's like my only counter to Raging Bull I couldn't bring out because he brings out the freaking sun. Anyways, that was a great game. It's taught me a lot. It's like if they're able to do that with 3 Pokemon, insane. Imagine what their 4th was. And that, ladies and gents, and Pokefans alike, is going to be the end of today's video. We are currently ending our day with 7,245 in the ranked ladder, 28 wins, 25 losses, and a total battles of 53. Pretty dope. I'm still questioning the DC from before, but I am very ecstatic to hear that even though it doesn't really feel like my team has a lot of synergistic abilities, that it still weaves in and out just fine with some little quirks here and there. But still, I enjoyed every single bit of the matches today. Now I can get this edited out so you guys can see it for Sunday. So yeah, also, I know that I already said like Happy Mother's Day on Saturday, like yesterday, today, because like the video is going to be released and everything. Apparently Mother's Day is Sunday. I thought it was yesterday. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Happy Mother's Day again. Let's say it officially this time. Catch up on the Stockholm Regional. I'm going to after I get done editing. So this is going to be really, really fun. If you guys don't mind doing me one last favor by leaving a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below as I do reply to any and all comments left behind. If you are a brand new viewer or returning viewer, please consider again leaving a like and maybe hitting the subscribe button. It does help out the channel quite a bit and it's free, and it also helps the videos perform a little bit better. Don't forget the notification bell over on the right. Select it to all. Post a video every single day of this month except for the days that I have overtime. So this upcoming Saturday there won't be a video, so I will move the rental code to Sunday instead. That way you guys will have something to watch. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.